Hello everybody, this is January the 28th, 2025. It is Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. I know I say this every month, I know that I do, but it just is crazy that we're coming up on February 1st. That's crazy. I'm 46, almost 47 years old, and last year I think was the first time in my life last year that I started experiencing something that I have heard my whole entire life. And that is, the older you get, the faster time goes. The older you get, the faster time goes. Well, it took me 46 years. Stevens.
You didn't say it right. The older you get, the faster it goes. Not the faster it can go.
Okay, well, Steven's laughing at me. So it took me...
She ain't used to it yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Just a puppy.
I'm just a puppy at age 46. I'll be 47 in July, so I'm just a puppy, I guess.
Right, she's still a puppy.
Well, there is a 16 years age difference between Steven and myself. We're both July babies.
Just a puppy.
He was born in July of
I
62.
feel my first pain when I was 46.
He was born in July of 62, and I was born in July of 78. So we're both July babies. So he was a 16-year-old teenager driving a car in California before I was even born in Birmingham, Alabama. So, yeah, 16 years between us. So, but last year, that year went by crazy. Just a lot of activity, a lot of negative things, really. Just a whole lot of negativity throughout the entire 12 months of 2024. It's not been one of my best years ever. But because of all the things going on with it, it just went by so fast. And I say I diverse. I say all that to say that going back to where I started from, February 1st is this weekend, and it just doesn't even seem real that we're already through January. So, y'all like my necklace? I have AJ on my neck. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I have AJ on my neck. And for those of you that follow the channel, you know that AJ is in foster care. I'm going to go see him this afternoon for the first time in 6 weeks. So here's this picture on my neck is 2 years old. AJ was 10 years old in this picture. And this picture's a little bit over 2 years, so I'm wearing him on my neck. So I get to go see my son for the first time in 6 weeks today. We had court. I had court this morning. Steven's been working on the truck, so not going to talk a whole lot about that because we were asked really not to talk a whole lot about it. Family members think that we disclose too much on this channel, and maybe we do. Maybe we disclose too much, but
You're going to get your dress in the grease there.
not trying to. But most of you who are regular watchers of our channel know that AJ is in foster care, and like I said, I had court this morning and I'm going to go see him this afternoon. So I was not here this morning because I was in court, and I will not be here shortly. I'm going to be leaving the premises shortly to travel to go see my son, so I will not be here to film Steven. So let's try to catch him where he's at. Let's try to get a review of what happened this morning when he was in Hopkinsville. I was in Katie's this morning and he was in Hopkinsville. So let's try to find out real quickly what Steven did this morning and what he plans on doing this afternoon when I'm not going to be here to film that. But I will be very happy to see my son for a 2-hour visit. So I'm going to miss whatever Steven's doing, but let's talk about him. Let's talk to Steven right now. Let's go flip this camera around. So again, one last look at AJ. Camera around, and let's talk to Steven about this morning. What did you do this morning in Hopkinsville, Kentucky?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes things just make you feel like you're an idiot. So most of you that are watching know that I've never done a Kingpin before, and so when I ordered this Kingpin, I made sure that I got a non-ream kit. I said, I specifically want a non-ream kit. Non-ream kit. Let's set it 50 times. I even called 2 different places to make sure I can get it. So anyway, well, I never even thought about it. I figured they listened to me. And this is where my ignorance starts showing. So I never even bothered to double check. I ordered that, and that's what I figured I got. Well, when I took this all apart and cleaned it up and got it ready and was putting the bushings in yesterday, the Kingpin didn't want to slide down into the bushing. So I was like, what? What's going on? So then for the first time, I decided to pull out the instructions and read them. And reading the instructions said how to ream. Well, I was like, what? And the specifications for reaming. What? And I got it was a freaking reaming kit. That's how in the world do I specify a non-reaming kit, not only to one place but 2 different places, and talked about it over and over, and even had a long conversation with the guy at the parts department about how, you know, I really need a non-reaming kit because there's no way I can deal with a ream kit. I remember the conversation. So that's where I was last night, and I looked up reaming tools. I called around, seen who would have a ream tool that I can borrow. It was a bunch of dead ends to nowhere, and finally I called up the Thalmans, the good old Thalmans, and you know, they're fixing to all retire, man. They're all up in their 80s, and when they're retired, I'm gonna be lost without them. But I take it one of the cats is getting into something. They're always knocking stuff over. So anyhow, he said, well, come on down and we'll go by Mineral Machinery and get a tool that we'll need. So I went and washed the mud off the truck so it can rain tomorrow, and it will. And then stopped by Mineral Machine while I was there. And he said, oh man, we don't deal with none of this stuff around here. You'll have to talk to Ned. And I said, well, I talked to Ned. And he said we'd have to come by here to get the tool. And he said, okay, we'll go talk to Ned. So I went and talked to Ned. Ned said, go back there and get the tool. So went back there and I got the tool. And Ned and I reamed this one out. And so now I'm installing it. And I want to hurry up and get it installed so I can get it together and get the other one off so I can go take it down. We'll get it reamed tomorrow. So that's where I'm at. And so they hadn't seen me in a while. And so they were asking if I had been to work yet. And I said, no, I've been working on this truck for 2 months. And so he said, well, you got to have a ton of money in it. And I go, well, I said, I bought it for 15, and I'm pretty sure I got right around 15 in it. And so, cash. That's not total, you know, that's 2 months of me not working. So, you can add that in there, that's another $20,000. So anyway, I said, oh man, I says, and then I looked at the yellow truck and I said, hey, by the way, I said, this truck's going to be completely brand new from the bumper to the rear end. It's got new bushings, it's got new kingpins, it's got new drive lines, it's got new leaf springs. I said everything on this truck's been gone through. It's got brand new interior. I said it's made up as a bicentennial American flag to celebrate Trump. And I said if you still want to trade for the yellow truck, I'd be willing to trade. And I said, and I'll tell you why. Because this is a 120 and yours is a 136. And it has a studio. Oh, so I told Fred, and then I told Miles, and Fred was willing to do it, sell me the truck the last time, and in fact he was the one that brought it up this time. And I told him I was trying to get that truck from you, but Miles didn't want to sell it. So I went and I told Miles the same thing, and so I might get this thing finished and trade it for the yellow one.
Really?
Yep.
Well, folks, you're hearing it first here. That's news to me.
Well, I don't know. We didn't even talk about it. Now we gotta talk about it.
Look at the cat, Stephen. Look at the cat.
All right.
But for all the money that you've dumped into this, would you get the same value from the yellow truck?
Well, here's the thing, Ruthie. All the money and all the work and all the effort that I put in this truck, it's still not worth more than $15,000.
Really?
That's right. And so the only way I'd get my money out of this truck is if it ran for a whole year trouble-free. That's the only way I'm going to get my money out of this truck.
So we paid $15 for it. You've put at least $15 into it. That's $30,000 right there.
That's right.
And you're telling me that you got $30,000 invested in it, and you're telling me you couldn't get more than $15 for it.
Yeah, it's still, that's what I told you before. I said the thing about this truck, as all the work and the money that I'm putting in it, it's going to be the same truck. It's not going to raise the value on it whatsoever.
Man, I don't understand that.
It's because of the truck. Now, on the other hand, and what I just said, because of the truck, that yellow truck, because it's a 136-inch classic wheelbase, and it has a studio sleeper, you put money, and you invest your money in that, and it will go up in value because it's like a Peterbilt. It's not going to lose value. This truck, on the other hand, because it's a short nose Pete and it's got a short wheelbase, and it's not going to increase in value no matter what you do to it.
Oh, that makes me so sick to my stomach.
Yeah, well, you think I wasn't sick to my stomach when I found out about this truck needing all this work?
I mean, that literally makes me want to turn over and just vomit.
You're going to get grease on your dress.
I just wanted to show everybody where October is. Look at that, you all.
So I'm just saying that either way, it doesn't really matter. So here's the thing, that like I just said, when I was making the offer that I would trade, this truck is going to be all brand new from bumper to bumper. It's going to drive like a dream. It's going to have brand new Kingpins. It's going to have brand new drag links. Those leaf springs are brand new. All the bushings back there are brand new. The drive line's brand new. It's got brand new shocks on it. Everything's been gone through on this whole truck. So, that being said, it's going to be a real nice truck. But as far as it raising the value for sale, the value of it's not going to go up because it's still a short nose classic.
Wow. So basically, the $15,000 that you have been putting into it.
The $15,000 that I put into it, and I know that I have to repeat myself 9 billion times, but the $15,000 that I put into it,
It's worthless.
it's not worthless. What does this truck do? Does it sit and grow flower pots on it?
Well, when it works, it makes money when it works.
Okay, so that's the reason why I invested the other $15,000 in it, was for it to make money, because in the condition it was in, it wouldn't make any money.
Okay. Well, so you said that at least one of them was interested in the trade, right? That will rock things up a bit on our channel, don't you think?
Rock things a bit.
To see you working on this and all of a sudden trade it out for something else, that will stimulate interest. Now that cat sure is fast. You are a fast cat. You're going to miss it when Steven's on the road. You're going to miss that. You're going to miss hanging out with Daddy, aren't you? You're fast. They like that seat of the forklift. You like the seat of the forklift, don't you? Beautiful golden eyes. Where's your brother at? So, what do you think the likelihood is? I mean, did they seem interested enough that there might be a?
When I started telling him all about the truck, I said, you know about the channel. He goes, oh yeah. I said, check it out on the channel. Check it out on the channel. Don't just take my word for it. I think, really, that it's a better truck. Now that I've done all this work to it, that it's a better truck than the yellow one. But the yellow truck would be more suitable for me.
Now, is that a pin that you're putting in right now? So you're gonna.
Yes, that is the Kingpin.
So okay, so this is finally what I've been trying to see. This is the Kingpin. So they reamed it out, and they had a tool there, and they reamed it out. All right.
Yeah.
And then you got to go back tomorrow and get the next one done, right?
Yeah. Darn. Darn, they're not lined up. Got to line these dudes up.
Well, I guess it's just
It's amazing how I can have 9 trillion rags around here, and then I'll walk away and come back and they'll be gone. I gotta figure out how to center that up.
Did you take back that other socket to Tractor Supply?
I have not have done anything.
Well, you're going back to town tomorrow. Well, unfortunately, I have to leave. I have to go see our son. So, I can't film any of this. And Steven's not wearing a camera on his head.
Yeah, well.
So,
I gotta straighten those shims up so I can get that pin.
he's not wearing a head cam. He's not wearing a camera on his head. So anything that he does from after this will not be captured on video, and I apologize for that. But I sure am excited about seeing my son for the first time in 6 weeks. Hope it turns out to be a nice visit. So
Yeah. Okay.
did you find all your rags?
Some of this grease out of my way so I can see what I'm doing down here.
All right, well, that's a wrap for right now. And I'm not sure about tomorrow, about what I can film tomorrow. So tell everybody goodbye.
He serves these reamable bushings. Those have to be reamed.
All right, Steven, face the camera, face the nation.
Later, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun wherever you are. God bless. And later.
You didn't do our traditional closing.
I'm Big Belly.
And I'm Bumbles.
And together we're Big
Big
Belly Bumbles.
Belly Bumbles. Yay!